Hello everyone, welcome to my YNR 24 Spoilers Update channel. Competitors agree, work it out, and respond. As Genoa City enters the weekend, spoilers for Friday, October 3's episode of The Young and the Restless suggest some shocking revelations. While a mother and son work things out and someone responds, two competitors reach an arrangement. What can we expect from Friday's performance? It's time to find out. Jackie and the mustache shake on it. According to spoilers for Friday, October 3's episode of The Young and the Restless, some viewers feel as though they're living in a bizarre world, and following today's episode, things will get even stranger. Additional teasers suggest that Jack Abbott and Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, will reach a consensus, and it appears that their agreement to collaborate will finally be confirmed. Kane Ashby should be really anxious about Jackie and the mustache working together, but it appears that he will have other commitments on October 3rd. The Abbotts work out their differences. Jill Abbott and Billy Abbott, that is. During the Thursday, October 2nd broadcast, Jill made a spectacular comeback by going inside Kane's train compartment and attempting to make amends with her son. During the broadcast, Kane persuaded Billy to forgive his mother, and it appears that Jill and Billy will be working things out on Friday. But will they reunite after all this? Billy's decision to leave his mother out of his life hasn't felt right at all. So hopefully, by the end of the October 3rd show, they will have a pleasant mother-son reunion. The reaction of Nate Hastings. Finally, according to Friday's spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Nate Hastings will respond to Audra Charles. In the episode that aired on October 2nd, she begged her ex to take her back. Nevertheless, the broadcast ended with him thinking about what she had said. Will Audra and Nate be reunited? Will it take him longer to consider it? To discover out, fans will have to tune in. Is this couple about to be torn apart by a startling cheating scandal? According to teasers and updates, The Young and the Restless may be about to reveal a fresh infidelity scandal. Will yet another pair fail due to a serious error? Billy and Sally grew close despite being victims of infidelity. When they first started dating, Sally Spectra and Billy Abbott bonded over their common experiences of being betrayed. Given the numerous lies and duplicity involved, Adam Newman and Chelsea Lawson's illegal romance was a major failure. It's crucial to remember that Billy has flaws and has previously been involved in infidelity issues. His affair with Phyllis Summers, who was still married to his brother Jack Abbott, was the worst. Because Billy tends to stay the same, he is just as likely to betray someone in the bedroom now as he was in the past. Sally needs to be concerned. Sally is worried about this because she and Billy are now having problems in their relationship that could end in heartbreak. She is determined to fight for love and convince herself that they can work out. Billy's assurances, however, seem hollow, as though he's just repeating what Sally wants to hear until he always hurts her once more. Billy is clearly not paying much attention to Sally because he keeps pressuring her to move in together even after she asks to take things gently. Perhaps recognizing that this might be the only way to finally end Billy's fixation with Chancellor, Sally is now attempting to patch things up between Billy and Jill Abbott. When it comes to Billy, Sally is putting up with a lot, but she may finally lose it. Billy might make the one error Sally will never be able to forgive. After everything that happened with Adam, Sally would be crushed if Billy allowed his fire to spark with another lady. This is the one mistake that she simply cannot forgive. An infidelity scandal might be the ideal way for YNR to strike a final blow and end their partnership. Tamara Braun is anticipated to arrive in Genoa City after the conclusion of her major storyline in Los Angeles, where she will shortly make her debut as Sienna Bacall. The romance between Sally and Billy is undoubtedly in shaky shape, but it's possible that Sienna and Billy may end up as a pair. Only time will tell. It will definitely be the one thing Sally will never forgive if Billy ends up sleeping with Sienna or anybody else. Melissa Claire Egan explains why Chelsea and Adam's relationship is unsustainable. Melissa Claire Egan is pushing for Chelsea and Adam Newman to split up, according to spoilers and updates for The Young and the Restless. Egan talked about the reasons for this choice and the importance of her character's on-screen romance in a recent interview with Woman's World. For many years, Adam has played a significant role in Chelsea's life, at least occasionally. She also went into detail about how this relationship has influenced Chelsea's journey throughout the series. There is no denying that Adam has had a big impact on Chelsea's path. Adam was her first love interest, so the whole relationship was essential to my 14 years on the show. But this feels special, Egan said. Melissa Claire Egan suggested that Adam and Chelsea's relationship may be closer than ever, considering that they had overcome many obstacles to reach their current state of happiness. Even if Chelsea and Adam are having a great relationship, Egan doesn't necessarily want their lives to be drama-free. She also freely acknowledged that she expects the characters to eventually split ways. Melissa would have a lot of material to work with if Adam and Chelsea were broken up again. Melissa expressed her opinions, and her justification is simple. It will provide Egan excellent stuff to work with. It's really fun to have someone betray you on this program or when you make a mistake, so in the end I want them to break up, but not because I don't like it. You learn the inside scoop while you're feeling low, Egan declared. Egan cited the conflict with Victor Newman and Billy Abbott as two potential causes of relationship discord in relation to Adam and Chelsea's possible breakup. Chelsea will always have a protective sense for Billy because he saved her life but was still betrayed. Chelsea disapproves of Adam using Victor's puppet. Chelsea finds it annoying when Adam serves as Victor's pawn, implying that Y&R may take advantage of these weaknesses when a separation is inevitable. Melissa Claire Egan, however, gave Mark Grossman a lot of credit and assured fans that she still believes Adam and Chelsea will be the last couple. In actuality, most soap opera performers choose exciting drama over prolonged periods of happiness. That makes sense because soap opera characters become dull and uninteresting when they aren't embroiled in drama. According to spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Chelsea and Adam will undoubtedly encounter more challenges in the future, so we'll keep you informed of any potential split rumors. Nick and Sharon are alarmed when Claire spots Victoria in Los Angeles and Noah's new club opens. Although Victoria Newman is meant to be holding down the fort in Genoa City, according to The Young and the Restless spoilers for September 29th to October 17th, she ends up pursuing Claire Newman to Los Angeles in an attempt to prevent her from committing a grave error. Nick and Sharon Newman will face a serious scare, while Noah Newman will encounter some mayhem at his club's launch. The week of September 29th to October 3rd, the agreement between Victor Newman and Jack Abbott. Jill Abbott is brought in to manage Kane Ashby and Billy Abbott as part of Jack Abbott and Victor Newman's agreement. Sally Spectra will also ask Jill for assistance in her relationship with Billy. Is Jill able to handle her boys? When Jill doubts Kane's plans, Billy will undoubtedly fight against his mother's meddling as he tries to fake his way out of trouble. Kane has his job cut out for him since Jack and Victor have teamed up to stop him, and they will keep working against him. Will Victor and Jack be able to foil Kane's takeover scheme? In order to get Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, to give her another chance, Audra Charles will make another attempt. Nate, on the other hand, wants no further interaction with Audra and is officially over her lies. Since Audra's bed has become somewhat frigid, would she look for an old flame for a warm bed and a shoulder to weep on? Now that Claire broke up with him and left town with Holden Novak, Kyle Abbott will be inconsolable. Because she doesn't trust Holden, Victoria is probably going to take a ride on the Newman jet with Nick and Sharon as they head off to assist Noah with his new club. Is Victoria able to prevent Audra from making a major error? The week of October 6th to 10th, Claire and Victoria Newman's argument. Victoria is aware of Claire's desire to live a little and try new things that she hasn't yet. That does not imply, however, that Victoria will accept Claire and Holden taking a plane to Los Angeles. Although Victoria knows very little about Holden, what she does know is alarming. Is it possible for Victoria to reach Claire before it's too late? After being dumped once more, Kyle and Audra will both be drinking away their sorrows. Will Audra and Kyle find themselves sharing a bed again, now that their significant others have deserted them? Will these two turn to one another for solace? Who would be shocked if these two hit the hay once more? Daniel and Tessa Porter look into the hotel where Mariah Copeland lost her head in the meantime. Will they discover something to make Mariah feel better? Noah Newman should prepare for serious trouble during the week of October 13th to 17th. On October 14th, Tamara Braun will play Sienna Bacall, the owner of a Hollywood club, who might not be planning to open a new one very soon. Noah genuinely wants to get it up and running as quickly as possible, and he had discussed starting a new club there with someone. Noah's hope is that this will be a profitable transaction. Instead, it appears like Noah will become entangled in a mess. When Nick and Sharon find out that Noah is confused with Detective Burrow and Roger Howarth's character Sienna, they will be afraid for his safety. Jackie and the mustache shake on it. There aren't many rivalries in soap opera history that compare to Victor Newman and Jack Abbott's decades-long hostility. Two titans engaged in a never-ending battle for dominance, respect, and sometimes retribution have made their fight into a legend. However, the unthinkable occurs in Friday's episode. Victor and Jack decide to collaborate. For seasoned viewers who recall the innumerable betrayals that transpired between these men, corporate sabotage, stolen loves, and emotional warfare, this is a startling turn of events. It almost feels like stepping into another reality to watch Victor and Jack seated across a table, genuinely exchanging terms instead of threatening each other. The discussion opens with two generals discussing a ceasefire in a reserved manner. Both men are aware that the union they are suggesting goes against everything their pasts have taught them. However, in Genoa City, necessity has always been a more powerful motivator than pride, and both men currently face Kane Ashby as a mutual enemy. The power structure has been shaken by Kane's recent actions. He has gone too far in his quest to rebrand and take over from Chancellor Winters. Victor sees Kane as a danger to Newman's growing interests, while Jack regards his activities as a personal slight to Jill Abbott. In what may be the most improbable partnership in modern history, the two decide to combine their resources. However, is this agreement based on mutual manipulation or trust? As they shake hands, Victor grins, and you can see the sparkle in his eye. "For the time being, Abbott," he says. Jack smiles slightly knowingly. "For the moment," he repeats. The chessboard in Genoa City is then reset. Once bitter rivals, the mustache and Jackie are now partners. Catherine Chancellor must be furrowing her brow somewhere. The Abbotts work out their differences. Another Abbott couple is experiencing emotional difficulties in the meanwhile. In Thursday's episode, Jill Abbott made her dramatic reappearance by barging like a natural force into Kane's train cabin. Being impetuous, boisterous, affectionate, and rarely incorrect, Jill has always been the storm before the calm. She is currently working to repair the damaged relationship she has with her son, Billy Abbott. Billy has been aloof, engulfed in bitterness and past hurt. Their relationship has always wavered between intense hostility and ferocious loyalty. Fans may watch them attempt to close the deficit once more in Friday's show. There is a rare moment of privacy between mother and son in this serene location. Jill, who rarely exhibits this quality, starts the talk with humility. She confesses, "I made mistakes, Billy," in a shaky voice. "However, excluding me won't make things better. You cannot remove me, no matter how much you despise me." Billy's face softens, but not by much. "Mom, it's not about deleting you. It's for my own protection." It briefly appears as though they will revert to their previous behaviors, with Billy deflecting and Jill defending. Vulnerability is the difference now. His rage is pierced by Jill's remarks, and he can't help but think of Kane's previous request that Billy pardon his mother. They uncover years of suppressed pain as they converse for hours on end. Billy acknowledges his continuous fight to distinguish himself apart from the Abbott legacy and his battle with self-doubt. For her part, Jill acknowledges that she is afraid of losing the few people she truly loves, which is the root of her controlling tendencies. By the end, tension is replaced by tears. There's no spectacular gesture or miracle solution. However, there is comprehension, and that's frequently the first step toward recovery in the young and the restless. The reaction of Nate Hastings. Another emotional altercation that could decide the fate of two complex souls is taking place across town. In Thursday's episode, Audra Charles opened out to Nate Hastings and begged him to give their relationship another shot. Their love, which had once been ablaze with passion and ambition, crumbled under the weight of treachery. Nate is by himself in his penthouse at the start of the episode, mentally repeating what Audra said. The memory of their relationship, the danger, the ambition, the unstoppable chemistry, remains. But the suffering she inflicted is still as clear. The stillness between them when Audra shows up to provide her response says a lot. Despite her composure, her terror is visible in her eyes. "Say something," she murmurs at last. "Anything." Nate glances up, unsure. He starts, "You mentioned that you've changed." "I've heard that before, though. You always turn it into something else when I start to trust you." Audra approaches, tears welling up in her eyes. "Do you really believe that I don't despise myself for it?" "Nate, I lost you. I lost us." Nate's determination wavers for a second. There's a genuineness in her eyes and a softness in her voice. But the moment breaks as fast as it builds. Nate gives a headshake. "I am unable to return there," he murmurs. "Never again." Audra's face drops, revealing the destruction. Viewers are aware that Audra Charles never gives up easily, yet she nods and fakes a little smile before leaving. Will she become vicious again as a result of heartbreak? A developing scandal of cheating, Sally and Billy at risk. Another connection is on the verge of breaking down as the Newman-Abbott partnership develops and family bonds start to heal. Billy Abbott and Sally Spectra are dealing with fissures that could soon turn into abysses. Old habits and new concerns are causing what started out as a romance based on shared pain, both of them having been the victims of infidelity, to fall apart. Billy's past is known to Sally. She is aware of his past with Phyllis and his propensity for self-destruction. She persuaded herself, however, that she might be the exception, that her love might serve as an anchor for him. However, Billy's actions lately have raised concerns. He seems emotionally detached, agitated, and preoccupied. Despite her inability to prove it yet, Sally has a gut feeling that history may be repeating itself. She tries to rationalize it away in private. She convinces herself he's stressed. He's just dealing with Jill. However, uncertainty begins to surface late at night when he fails to return home or when his texts become abrupt and erratic. Billy appears to be torn between two worlds. He is drawn to Sally's fierce individuality, but uneasy with her committed relationship. He has always failed because of his flirtations with anarchy, and now temptation might be calling again. Sienna Bacall, a stunning newcomer who is anticipated to arrive from Los Angeles shortly, is the subject of circulating rumors in Genoa City. According to insiders, Sienna and Billy might have similar screen time and chemistry. Sally may be dealing with the one betrayal she will never be able to forgive if that occurs. She might be permanently broken by another heartbreak after enduring Adam Newman's dishonesty. "Chelsea and Adam can't last," says Melissa Claire Egan. In the realm of fan criticism and interviews for Young and the Restless, Melissa Claire Egan just revealed something shocking in an interview with Woman's World. Egan suggested that Chelsea and Adam's romance is about to experience another difficult phase, even though they seem stronger than ever on film. She clarified, "Adam has played a significant role in Chelsea's life for more than 10 years, both on and off. However, I believe that moving forward rather than backward might be the best course of action for her." Given that fans have long argued over whether or not is Endgame, it's a daring remark. Nevertheless, Egan's logic makes sense. "Happiness in soap operas is short-lived," she stated. "You're not in a story if you're not in turmoil. Heartbreak constantly challenges me, and that's what I want in material." Given Chelsea's ongoing worry for Billy, the man who once saved her life, that could portend difficulties for the marriage. The triangle that is developing between Chelsea, Billy, and Adam has the potential to dangerously rekindle old rivalries and test allegiances. Furthermore, Chelsea is becoming more and more irritated with Adam's deference to Victor. Egan acknowledged she dislikes it when he turns into Victor's puppet. Chelsea is the type of woman who prefers to live independently of others. Chelsea may experience additional stress as a result of Victor's alliance with Jack, which would give them yet another reason to break up. The Adam-Chelsea romance may soon be hit by another storm, so fans better get ready. Victoria, Claire, and the LA pursuit. The Newman family story moves to the West Coast in other places. Despite Victoria Newman's efforts to run Newman Enterprises, her daughter Claire Newman is the center of her heart. Still frail from her horrific past, Claire has made the decision to travel to Los Angeles in search of a fresh adventure, and she isn't traveling alone. Victoria worries that history is being repeated as she is persuaded to join Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, the enigmatic man she has been seeing. According to this week's spoilers, Victoria is going to follow Claire to Los Angeles in an effort to prevent her from making a terrible choice. However, things quickly become difficult. When Victoria finds out that Nick and Sharon Newman are going to the West to attend their son Noah's club opening, she boards the Newman aircraft. Chaos awaits in LA. With his new club, Noah is expected to make a victorious comeback and start over after years of trying to find his own way out of the Newman shadow. However, Noah encounters problems he never anticipated when Sienna Bacall, a prominent Hollywood figure, takes offense at his venue infringing on her area. Claire becomes agitated with Victoria's arrival and accuses her mother of treating her like a child. They make a painfully real, passionate, and unvarnished argument. Claire yells, "You claim to trust me, but you don't." That broken, mistake-prone girl is still there. "Mom, I'm not just trying to survive, I'm trying to live." Hearing this tears Victoria's heart. However, Holden's shadow looms big. He is charming but mysterious, and he may have ties to Sienna's world. Victoria is aware of danger and will not leave her daughter behind. Meanwhile, the fallout starts in Genoa City. The reverberations of these narratives start to clash back home. Following Claire's departure, Kyle Abbott is going into a downward spiral and numbing his pain with alcohol and regret. Sparks unavoidably ignite when he meets Audra Charles, who is also devastated by Nate's rejection. Two wounded souls finding solace in one another's arms is nothing new to them. Pain has a way of clouding judgment, even though both parties are aware that it's a bad decision. Fans can anticipate backlash regardless of whether this evening brings about remorse or redemption. Meanwhile, Tessa Porter and Daniel work on their own mystery, looking into the strange hotel encounter that left Mariah Copeland frightened. The hints suggest something far more significant than a miscommunication. Does this have anything to do with Sienna's Los Angeles network? Or even a different player? The coming week, October 6th to 17th, Unrest in Paradise. Beyond October 3rd, the coming 2 weeks hold the potential for more upheaval. Both women will be pushed to their emotional limits by Victoria and Claire's heated argument in Los Angeles. When one of them unavoidably betrays the other, Jack and Victor's alliance will be put to the test for the first time back in Genoa City. Something Sally learns will cause her to doubt Billy's allegiance, which could pave the way for a devastating betrayal involving Sienna Bacall. Noah's nightclub adventure will take a dark turn as he gets involved with some dangerous new people, such as Detective Burrow, played by Matt Cohen, and Roger Howarth's mysterious role, whose intentions are yet unknown. Secrets buried deep in Genoa City, as usual, never remain hidden for very long. Concluding remarks. Cycles, betrayal and forgiveness, competition and alliance, pain and redemption are what give the young and the restless their energy. Everything that has sustained the show for decades is captured in Friday's episode. Rivals agreement, hashing it out, response given. Intricate relationships, generational legacies, and the never-ending conflict between ambition and love. The handshake between Victor and Jack represents more than simply a partnership. It's a sign of progress, of two men realizing that sometimes compromise is necessary for existence. The reconciliation between Jill and Billy serves as a reminder to viewers that even the most severe family scars may mend. Additionally, Nate's rejection of Audra demonstrates that love can occasionally be sacrificed for self-respect. However, in the midst of all the healing, new rifts appear in the shaky relationship between Victoria and her daughter, the strained cooperation between Adam and Chelsea, and the fragile romance between Sally and Billy. There may be little periods of calm in Genoa City, but they are never sustained. Fans may anticipate that one thing will never change as fall progresses. In this community, relationships change, hearts shatter, and the past is never fully forgotten.